Greetings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined tonight by producer Todd. How goes it, producer Todd?
Why would you ask me a question, not give me the chance to answer, and ask me another question before I answer the first one?
What did I do?
You asked me how I was doing. I was starting the answer, and you asked me another. It's like that doesn't make sense.
Oh, I don't know. Well, just keeping you on your toes.
I know you just talk.
Answer it twice.
And wait for yourself to be able to talk again, because you've demonstrated on almost every show you don't listen to everyone else because you immediately repeat the same thing 90% of the time.
Damn, bitch.
So does it matter what I'm fucking saying? Probably not.
Did you have a nice day?
Does it matter?
Yes, you could say no.
But see, and you're already talking. You see? So it is what it is.
Well, whatever. That's because I'm fascinating. But yeah, no. I hope you had a good day in spite of your nastiness.
I did till you fucking wouldn't let me answer. How am I doing? Then you just keep talking.
No, it's fine. I know you well, we have a little bit of news. We have a little bit of physical media, more not news, but speculation, I suppose. And what do you want to do first, Todd? Because I know you revisited a classic. I know it's not going to be a formal review or anything, but
I think the other stuff should come up before that.
Okay.
That should be. I'll bring one up first. I don't know if you heard about this, that Crispin Glover's doing the lost Lon Chaney film, A Blind Bargain. So it's getting a second chance at life. It's going to be, starring Crispin Glover, and it's just, basically remaking a lost Lon Chaney movie. So,
oh, that's pretty cool. That feels like a Crispin Glover project. I'm excited to see that. I want what
there'll
is
probably be less CP people in it, but
less what?
Cerebral palsy.
Oh, okay. I was that usually means something else. So I was trying to figure
I don't know what it means in your weird dungeon areas. I don't know.
Okay. Yes. I was gonna say, I wonder if what is it?
Oh shit, now I know the other one.
Yeah, I was like, Crispin Glover's weird, but he's not weird.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, that was a total my bad.
I was like, I don't think anybody's called out.
Okay, well, I will not do that again. Because
yeah, I think that's kind of where you just want to say the
okay.
Yeah, abbreviate.
My bad.
That's okay, Todd. I'm helping.
I mean, Crispin Glover's been accused of a lot of things. He's another weirdo, but we'll talk about the other one later tonight, which you might as well promote right now.
Oh, yes. We're going to be live on Patreon after this. Going to review Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic that just came out.
It's more than it's more than really a review. It's going to be a breakdown and then a discussion. Yes. It's the reason it's going to be on Patreon, because there's a lot of words YouTube don't like, and they'll probably come up. So it'll be interesting. I've kept my feelings on the movie pretty quiet, so Dan doesn't know. I know where Dan stands with that even before he watched it. So,
well, yeah, but so that'll be an interesting discussion. We'll see if
definitely
any minds are changed on that whole.
Well, I see. It's not about. See, you keep bringing up changing minds. It's what does that have to do with?
Well, I think this was going to be a partial debate about Michael Jackson.
We'll talk on the next show.
Yeah, we'll talk. Let's not get ahead.
But yeah, but you're like making it up to something that's not. We're talking about the movie, and
you're going to get the definitive answer on Patreon.
Okay.
Patreon.com/fleshwound features. It only starts at $1.
And it's on all levels. So even if you're if you're $1 or if you're $10, it doesn't matter what you are, you're going to get this one.
There you go. So yeah, no, I'm excited for that. And yeah, the weather's actually been really nice here. So I've been doing a lot of hiking, and I've been having pleasant days, Todd. Pleasant days, even though you didn't answer me before. JG, you just missed Patreon show right after this.
You missed Dan being Dan, basically the intro of the show. Yeah, so that's all.
Yes, and Patreon show live after this. So yeah. So we got some physical media speculation, not really news, but as everybody in this community is well aware, we're heading towards the Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday sale, which is going to be May 22nd. But of course, we still have the new releases, the half. I always get mixed up saying them the right way. Halfway to Black Friday pre-order sale.
Flash sale.
Yes, May 1st. So they did drop some hints, and one of them, a long-awaited Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, beloved 80s sci-fi adventure classic, making its 4K UHD debut, complete with multiple cuts and brand new feature-length documentary. The speculation is that this is Masters of the Universe, which would certainly track right now. I mean, it would make sense that they're doing that. That seems to be the online speculation. Daily Ghost had posted in the on our Discord about it, and yeah, that one does kind of make sense. Masters of the Universe, Todd.
Is there multiple cuts of this though? That's what the part that throws me off.
That I'm not. I never felt like there would be.
I've never heard about multiple cuts. So that's the one thing that throws me off. I mean, awesome if there's multiple cuts, but that feels off to me. But
you think so? Yeah. I mean, I think based on the fact that the remake's coming out,
I get the thought process behind it, but like, I know it's a troubled production, and there was like the whole thing of like they wanted the R-rated version and the PG. It's like a whole thing, but it never filmed that way, so that one feels incorrect to me.
Okay. So Todd's predicting it's not that. Yeah, the 3 cuts. That's true.
That like 3 cuts. It's not Master of the Universe. How the fuck is there 3 cuts?
I mean, there's really nothing.
If it was Superman 4, I could believe it, because that one has multiple cuts that never came to be. And that is canon though too.
Yeah. I mean,
and 80s... I've been seeing restored footage of that cut. And found footage of like the missing clubs. There's a lot of footage for that's been recently found, but even still, 4 cuts seems a lot.
It's hard to make a prediction on that because I mean they don't really give you anything. I mean, this isn't even necessarily supposed to be hints, but I'm trying to decide whether to do the pre-order, to be honest, because I'm kind of like, am I better off just kind of cherry picking some of the stuff I need? I'm still a guy that wants the vast majority of it, but
I guess it depends what they announce and what they leave as a mystery.
Yeah, that's really gonna. It's got to be a real banger for me because I mean it's all stuff I can get later. I know the pre-order price is a little bit cheaper. From what my memory though, it wasn't that much of a price difference.
I've just gotten to the point I don't care on most of these releases unless it's something I really give a shit about. Like I'm fine without so many of these titles. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I've completely got over the FOMO. So.
Yeah, no, I get that, especially knowing that you have plenty of time to get it later if you really want.
And if there's a master made and it goes out of print, someone else is going to put it out.
Would Masters of the Universe, let's just say for the sake of argument, it is that contribute to you making the pre-order?
Unless it started selling super fast, I'm not a huge Masters of the Universe of the movie, the fan of that.
See, that is Masters of the Universe to me, and that's why
it's not very good though. It's never been. It's like Super Mario Brothers. People went on
that. It is a better film than the Super Mario.
I'm saying that, but it's the same thing. It's like I don't own any version of that, and I know people like I don't care. But you know what? It could be Super Mario Brothers. Doesn't have a U.S. release.
No, it's not 80s.
Was that 90 or 89?
No. Super Mario Brothers movie was like 93, I believe.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, you're off. It's dead. 100%. I'm almost 100%.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that in theaters. Yeah.
All right. Well, but that one does. I know there's multiple cuts, but yeah. So I don't know.
Well, we got that.
Reread me the clues just one more time.
Well, there are no clues. A long-awaited VS Ultra of a beloved 80s sci-fi / adventure classic making its world.
Beloved is the one word that throws me off.
I was going to say, like, you can't really...
What is the VS Ultra line also? Because there's...
I gave up trying to keep it all straight. It's like... there's
Ben says my science project again. The 3 cuts is the one thing that I think's the giveaway. Give me some time and I'll figure it out. I don't think it's Master of the Universe because it's
I agree. 3 cuts does sound.
Yeah. I mean, even including the theatrical cut, that's 2 other cuts. And Beloved, that movie's not beloved.
I think you can get away with saying beloved for Masters of the Universe.
I think you say cult classic, cult favorite. You don't say beloved.
Super Mario Brothers movie is a movie that most people hated, and it's just been long enough that there's a weird nostalgia around.
And then you watch it and realize it's still Daily Ghost. Yeah, Beloved is tripping this up, right? I mean, that's the thing. And if it is Masters of the Universe and they claim that's Beloved, then we're gonna have to rework some of their clues.
I don't know. I mean, again, Masters of the Universe in general is weird because it was like a toy line and then a cartoon. You know, I don't know. I could live with Beloved for that. If they pulled the Beloved bullshit with like a Troll 2, yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
But I think Troll 2 is more beloved than Masters of the Universe.
Troll 2 though is not beloved. It's a movie that people have fun making fun of. That's the different. But we'll see. I agree with you though that doesn't. The cuts
and Ben broke down ultra focus on 80s 90s movies that don't usually fit VS. Okay. And I saw the JG, the Alan Quarterman and the Lost City of Gold. He confuses that one with Master of the Universe for some reason.
I love Alan Quarterman.
Now if that came out I'd be excited, but what's the next one, because we're spending too much time.
Don't think it's that one. All right, we also have a gory twisted studio shocker with an all-star cast.
It's gonna be something just in the sliver vein, something like that is what I'm assuming.
Shocker. I'm not thinking erotic thriller with that, but we also have an underground, artful, gory, and sexy festival hit making its home video debut.
I'm sorry, I was reading the comment. Reread that back.
Underground, artful, gory, and sexy festival hit from Vinegar Syndrome Pictures.
Do we have a year? Oh, from Vinegar Syndrome Pictures, so that's something new. Okay.
Yeah, I am very kind of curious on that. Then we have a star-studded new Hollywood gem from Cinematograph arriving on 4K for the first time. I mean, that doesn't really give me anything to speculate on. Now this is like one of the things that tends to get me because I'll get it whatever it is. The next installment in Something Weird Distribupix films of David F. Friedman series. So that I will almost certainly get. I get all of that. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe earlier they might have dropped the price, but yeah, they're going to really have to bring the fire with the ones that they announced.
I think that's what's happening with a lot of them now. It's like, I mean, you're more selective now. I mean, I'm like over a lot of it now. But you're way more selective than you've ever been. So
it may not seem like it, but if you've known me for a long time,
yeah, because you just automatically grab everything you want from the
I was also playing, in my poker years, so I was able to get it.
I get it. The original Flesh Wound years, I was buying a lot that I didn't need to. I just look back. My problem now is I look back at all the money wasted. I'm like,
it's not really wasted though. I mean,
it's wasted.
You and I though are film fans, and we do watch the shit. So it's not like.
But the problem is there's a lot of shit that I watch once and never touch again. And you can use the argument, oh, well, if someone coming over wants to watch it, who's going to come over and want to watch fucking Penny Dreadful or fucking just some random TV? I meant the movie, the original movie, but I've just...
somebody cool.
But my point is,
we don't often
who's going to ever want to come over and watch Axum? But yet I own it.
I get a vibe. Your circles, you might have somebody that might just say,
I just can't think of the problem is I can't think of just a random movie I've bought and completely forgot about because I've completely forgot about it. The ones that are jumping out aren't. But my point is, like, now when I watch it first, it's a lot easier not to buy.
Yeah, there's certain things like I do start thinking a little bit more about rewatches. If I get it cheap, but there's less and less stuff that you're getting.
Supergirl is what ruined me from the whole thing.
Yeah, you've mentioned that was the
Warner Archives Blu-ray release. I watched it and I was like, this is the third or fourth copy I've owned. I've owned it on VHS, on a couple versions.
And you've never liked it.
And and that's what I just like. Why am I doing this? Why? Like,
yeah. Axum is a good candidate for worst movie ever. It genuinely is. A lot of people say that, and it's like I can argue against almost anything they'll say, but Axum is a slog
on every level. Like, go watch our fucking commentary.
Yeah, that's a Patreon, but it's a hard commentary too because it's like there's just nothing going on to even talk about, so it's hard to. So by its nature, it's probably a hard to listen to commentary, but yeah, no, I will have a Hat Man soon. Vinegar Syndrome I'm waiting because that's like that last big order I have looming. So once that comes in, I'll do a Hat Man, and I'm sure we'll do probably something for the halfway sale, or at the very least, maybe I'll pop on and do some shopping with you guys. But yeah,
figure it out.
With that being said, we'll jump into our movies for the evening, kicking things off with the new film remake, which we'll get into, Over Your Dead Body, from director, I'm going to try and say his name right, Jorma Takanahe. I think I said it right. It's a weird pronunciation. But in this movie, a dysfunctional married couple retreats to a secluded cabin to repair their relationship, but each secretly plots to murder the other. So this is currently in theaters, and this stars is in the leads as the couple, Jason Segel and Samara Weaving. And so it's a remake of a film called The Trip from 2021 with Noomi Rapace, and it's a Norwegian Swiss film. And so interesting. So I had a fucking blast with this movie. It's the same director that did Pop Star and MacGruber. Well, the first thing that really struck me about this is I was not expecting a particularly gory film. This is an insanely gory film.
Well, and if you've seen the original, it makes sense.
I think this one's significantly gorier than the original, which we can do a little bit of comparisons in a bit here. But so I love just really good dark comedies, and this kind of hit on all levels for me. There is some humor regarding certain things that normally you would not not be presented as funny in an American film, which is shocking. Maybe even a little bit more fucked up here than The Trip too, which is surprising.
I think I know we'll get into it.
The interrogation, without giving it away.
I think the changes from the original, and there's a lot that's shot for shot for up to a certain point.
There is, yeah. It's still very much like the same story.
There's a gender swap with the changes I think that actually improved it. The story where I do really enjoy The Trip, but I think the changes like really improved, like especially for an American audience. But for the most part, they are very close. Like and like just the way they look. And we should mention that the original one and the story, the screenplay and all is from the same director of Thrash that we talked about last week.
Yep, Tommy Wirkola. Yeah, I like, so it's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. There is a element where these thieves have also descended on this cabin, and in the original film it was just 3 guys, and in here it's 2 guys and Juliette Lewis, who plays the guard that kind of doing a what was that case, Dannemora, where she helped the guy escape and they went on the big manhunt and everything. So it's Juliette Lewis and Timothy Olyphant, along with Keith Jardine, the former MMA guy, that are entangled in this bloody situation. I thought that this was everybody was excellent in this. Timothy Olyphant, I'm a huge fan of. I've loved him for years. Justified, such a good series. Juliette Lewis, I mean, I don't think there's ever been something she has been in that I haven't loved. At least her part. I mean, she always knocks it out of the park, and she's a crazy fucking bitch in this movie. So yes, JG,
yes,
substantial. Yes. So yeah, I thought the chemistry with everybody. I think if you've watched both movies, even though the story plays out pretty close, the actors and their performances are a little bit different. Jason Segel is different from the lead in the 2021 film, and Samara Weaving's very different from Nomi Rapace, who's another actress that I fucking love. But
if you haven't seen either, I think see the new one first and then see the original. I think is probably the way to go, especially if you don't want to be spoiled by things.
Yeah, in this case, it's tough. If you haven't already happened to have seen The Trip, then I would say, yeah, maybe. I might favor this one slightly.
Because I think it's one of those, like, for me, it's like getting out of the theater, I wanted to see more. So then being able to watch the original was a great way to do it.
Yeah, no, it is. And it is worth checking them both out. Some of the gore in this is probably some of the most gnarly gore I've seen in a movie this year. I mean, there's one thing involving a foot that's just absolutely disgusting. There's they go for it. When you get shot or whatever, stabbed, I mean, you're getting fucked up horrifically, and it shows
there's a death that's different too in the versions. And I think it works better in this one. But I do want to answer JG's question. So you're saying it's like how Anne Heche was the only different thing about Psycho? No, I'm saying there's a lot of shots that look almost exactly the same. There's little differences throughout. It's not like Psycho. It's not like a total.
Todd, do you still see me? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I still see you.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go out and come back in. My screen shrunk, and I don't know. It's weird.
All right, well, we'll let Dan do that while I keep talking. So I don't. Or you have to exit first to do this, Dan.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Just close the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's messed up here. Hold on.
I'm just gonna let Dan do whatever he's doing. Because see, now I just want to cut all this bullshit out because it's just Dan looking like an old man trying to figure out what's going on. There we go. All right. Well, Dan's figuring out what to do. But so like it wasn't just like the Psycho comparison. No, I don't think it's like that. I think it's different enough. The performances are different, but like when you watch one than the other, you'll see how some of the shots are just like almost exact, and some of the beats. I don't know if you want to go see this with your mom, But all right, let's see if Dan's back.
Yeah, weird. I've never seen that happen before. It just went,
I don't know.
small on me.
All right, no, I'm sure that's not the first time it just went small on you, Dan. But we'll just let it go and move on.
Damn. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, sorry about that. But yeah, everything you could possibly want in a dark comedy thriller is just here, and it's also very much a Hollywood story in its own way, because I didn't mention, but Jason Segel's kind of playing this this film director who's fallen on hard times. He's just taking paychecks for commercials, and she's an actress who's doing erectile dysfunction commercials, and just they hate each other. They've just gotten to that point where they just make each other miserable, and it takes you on quite a ride. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and it's not the light fluff that you would expect it to be, because there's been similar scenarios. It is also it kind of ties into what's that one movie? Splitsville is another recent one about a dysfunctional couple, that very different from this, but kind of a theme lately. And well, hell, Samara Weaving is no history to bad relationships with Ready or Not, and some of her other roles as well. So I love this movie. This was so much fun. I don't really have anything bad to say about this one. I think it's like a perfect I don't know. Is it a date movie though?
Oh yeah, 100%. It works as a date movie too. 100%. Not even. I think you won't even hesitate on that.
Yeah.
I mean, without being too spoiler.
Yeah, I think it probably would work as a date movie. Sometimes the issues with that, maybe it shines a light on some bullshit that you're dealing with in your own relationship, but hopefully it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's a good could be worse.
Could be worse kind of scenario. Yeah,
see, we got some agreeing. It's yeah, I'd say it is. All right. I do never mind. I was gonna say I love the new feature. I don't know if you know, we can have our comments box. It pops out now, so it's like I have it disconnected from it on my screen.
Nice.
It's a new little feature they added.
Oh, cool!
So I can control the board and do other stuff. But so what do you rate it?
Oh man,
it's hard because there's no complaints. What's holding you back from giving it a high rating? Because I'm a 5. I had a great time. It's thoroughly entertaining. It delivered in ways I wasn't expecting.
And I think for as hard as it goes and intense as it is, I laughed. The gore was gross. It's all right. I'm gonna give it a 5 too. I was just trying to think, is there some reason I have in my head?
Yeah, because I get it. It's like, oh, is it a 4.5? It is, but there's nothing that's not.
Yeah, it has replay value too.
Yeah, like it I left the theater wanting to see it again, and that's why I immediately watched the original. So, not many movies you leave the theater wanting to see a movie again. I have another one, but the other one's for the wrong reasons.
I can see this one honestly popping up on a lot of top 10s at the end of the year. I really could. And
I mean, because it was the line of, is it a horror film? Is it not? I mean,
it's the gore is pretty wild. I think.
I mean, and then when you have like home invasion elements in it too, it's like it's a whole thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would have been very afraid during that interrogation scene.
And that's one thing that they had, like in this version, I like that there was a game element to it versus the other one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There were a couple things were a little. Well, this movie's not PC, but like one little thing in that scene in the Norwegian film.
Does the gore qualify it? Gore alone doesn't qualify it. Otherwise, Passion of the Christ is a horror film.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think, yeah, the home invasion, being at the mercy of these psychopaths, that I have no problem. This will go into my horror section, not my comedy section, if that helps you guys out. So,
Right.
yeah, great chemistry too between Jason Segel and Samara Weaving. I was looking at it and I was thinking, like, man, he's going to be significantly older than her, because there's even a line in there like, I married a guy 10 years older. He's only 12 years older than her. I guess
Yeah.
Samara's been around longer than we think, because I was like, God,
well, she was also playing young in The Babysitter too.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that kind of muddles it.
And she does. She has a very youthful look too. I mean, you can tell she's like in her 30s now, but I mean, she can play younger than she does.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. She's kind of become a must watch, at least if it's in a featured role. I haven't liked that. I didn't care about for Babysitter 2, to be honest, but yeah. All right, so moving on to our next movie, which is currently streaming on Tubi, so you can watch it right now. We have Hive, and this is from writer-director Felipe Vargas, because there's a lot of Hives out there. And in this film, a tense teen babysitter loses her charge and faces a dark presence lurking among the children on a playground. As reality blurs, she must navigate a deceptive world to survive. So this is from the director of Rosario, which was a theatrical not too long ago. And yeah, so we've had some recent Tubi movies, and something like Match kind of shows like you don't, it's not always going to be just really cheap just streaming crap. This one, so it's weird because this is like borderline entry level horror. It's probably just a little bit too intense to, if you're really picky, to show your kids, but it does kind of feel like a slightly more intense Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark. It has that vibe to it, the whole mystery in these suburbs, and particularly the playground and everything. It really kind of had that vibe. I believe it was a how does Tubi rate it? TVMA or whatever. So essentially an R-rated film. They probably could have pushed the gore a little bit more if you were going for that, and you didn't want to soften it to just promote it as a sort of Goosebumps story. This is significantly better than most Tubi movies. As we kind of unravel this sort of Stepford Wives, something's brewing at the heart of this upscale neighborhood. I really enjoyed our lead actress. I thought she was really likable. Xochitl Gomez, I believe is her name. Also her brother, Aaron Dominguez. Great chemistry. You really like these people and you want them to get out of this situation. I'm just
going to say I'm actually the complete opposite. I didn't like her at all.
Really? Why?
No, I don't know. Just something about her. I really didn't like this movie. I thought it was dumb. Nothing I felt new. It just didn't click for me. I like that other one, the Rosario one, better, and I know you hated that one.
Yeah, that one was a bit of a letdown. That was like a really good trailer, and it had its moments. This movie looks a lot more expensive than your typical Tubi movie. There's some nice... I'm trying to not fully explain what the Hive is. I mean, you can kind of imagine to a certain degree, but there is some nice makeup effects, a little more elaborate than your typical Tubi movie, which a lot of times feels like it was made for nothing. I thought it had a solid, creepy, entry level horror, Twilight Zone-ish kind of vibe that I did like. I like this one a lot more than Rosario. God, significantly better than Rosario. And I thought some of those scenes where the kids start kind of bugging out on the playground. I thought they handled that pretty well. That was pretty suspenseful. I don't know why you hate this actress so much.
I don't. It came up. She was America Chavez in the Doctor Strange Sam Raimi movie. She didn't bother me in that. I just didn't, something about this movie I didn't like. I don't know. Maybe it was just the kids. I was like, just punch these fucking little snots in the face. We're done. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's also barely an adult herself. She's a woman. She's surrounded by a lot of them. You know, I've always said with these evil kids movies, I could get there pretty quick. I mean, I'm going to be eating some of them into the wall long before.
I don't know. Just something about it. It didn't click. I don't know if it was the evil kids aspect, but yeah, this one just wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I get that. Evil kid horror movies, sometimes they don't always work. This isn't going to change your world, but I actually do think this is one, like, maybe you sit down for movie night with your teenager, something, again, a little bit more than your tip.
There's so many better things you could be watching. I can't even co-sign this.
Okay. I'm surprised.
I mean, like, as entry level, no, don't show them this. They're gonna be like, this lame shit. Show them something good.
I feel like most kids now can barely handle anything, so I don't know. See, that we're on the opposite argument here. Usually, you're angry because I suggest that you show it to your family.
I know you're a teenager, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, preteen.
But yeah, because you have zero kids.
Nieces and nephews. Todd.
No one wants to. Yeah, okay. No one wants to hear your opinion on what kids should be able to watch. Dan, you're not a parent.
I'm not a parent, but yes, I do have an opinion.
Thank you, Ben.
Stop coddling them.
I agree. I felt it was totally skippable. All right, good.
Okay. Well,
we got a better Tubi movie coming up.
Well, its match is kind of the measuring stick.
Oh no, I'm saying we got a better Tubi movie coming up in the show.
Oh,
Dan doesn't even know it. I don't know if Dan knows which one's on Tubi.
Yes, yes. Okay. But I don't know. I would say give this one a watch if you like, creepy,
find something better.
Stepford Wives type suburban horror and evil kid movies.
Ben's right. Not as good as Snow Bunnies.
This was better than Snow Bunnies.
Wrong.
Snow Bunnies did give us some.
So, what do you rate this nonsense, Dan?
I give this one a 3. It's definitely above average.
All right, so Dan's not that much higher than me. I'm going to give it a 2. I mean, it's fine. It's made fine. I just don't give a shit about it.
Well, it's okay, Todd. It is your right to not.
I feel like the next one's going to turn it around.
Really? Okay. Because our next movie is Alpha, correct? Because
yes.
All right, that's very interesting, Todd. Okay. Because I would have had a thought on what you would have thought about this movie. So Alpha, from writer-director Julia Ducournau, who of course directed Raw and Titane, which I think is a fucking masterpiece. So this film follows.
Yes, I will argue Raw. I think Raw's dog shit.
I think Raw is very good. I think Titane is her masterpiece. I think that is like. Yeah, I think that movie is just fantastic. But Alpha. So Alpha, troubled 13-year-old girl, lives with her single mom. Their world collapses the day she returns from school with a tattoo on her arm in the midst of a terrifying pandemic. Okay, so obviously this is one of those directors now where you have super high expectations, and that's not always fair. Because I always, you can't expect even the greatest filmmaker to drop a masterpiece every time. So obviously, again, expectations are high, and I feel bad because that's not always how you should go into a movie. But so this is definitely more on the slower drama side of horror.
I didn't even see. This is one I don't even feel like it's a horror film. Just because you have body horror and body horror elements doesn't mean horror.
Human beings turning into marble statues is
I guess
pretty horrific.
There's nothing horrific about the movie, though. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, I beg to differ, but I do have problems with this movie. But So it's kind of a AIDS metaphor. It's it actually takes place in the 80s, I believe, and it's basically we're this horrific virus that turns people into marble statues. Which, if you're curious, there is a novel called The Rust Maidens by Gwendolyn Keist that, if you like this movie, might be worth a read for you. So this is a movie where there's some beautiful, powerful moments. Um, Unfortunately, surrounded by a very muddled script. I'm dancing around. I don't want to give too much away, but we're kind of spending time with this uncle character who is sick. There's a lot of time jumps, which sometimes works against this movie because it's I don't know. It feels like everybody's doing this now, and I understand why here, but sometimes it just kind of took away from certain things for me. Um, as far as the acting goes, an absolute, it doesn't get any better. I think Tahir Rahim is Amin, the uncle. He's great. Goldschmidt Farahani, who plays the mom. She's heartbreaking at times. This is, 100% grief horror. And the problem is it's a great idea, but just the script is very muddled, and some of the time jumps and everything.
I didn't mind the time. The only I'm not a fan of the ending, but other than that, the story, the acting,
the ending didn't make sense to you.
I didn't say that. I said I didn't like the ending.
Okay, I thought the last shot was actually really nice.
I will give you that, but I don't know. It just something.
It's one of those movies you do have to like watch when you're fully paying attention, because I was gonna start this. It was late the other night, and I could tell immediately. I'm like, okay, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow, which I'm glad.
That's why I saw it on the big screen, so I had no choice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this wasn't playing close enough to me, so I had to wait. But
now the thing is, if I watch this at home, there would have been a chance I would have drifted.
Yeah, and you could get confused pretty quick.
So I think that's one thing. Like you definitely need all your attention on this to make it work.
Yeah, and if you well, you're older, so you probably, well, to a degree, remember when AIDS was like the, just well, you're maybe not quite old enough in school where they were like trying to separate people, and there was
I'm old enough. I remember. Okay. I remember the whole toilet seat thing. We probably shouldn't get too deep into it because, again, YouTube. But
well, yeah. But this really kind of takes you back to that time. Again, there's nothing horror-wise. A lot of it's just the look of these infected, which the makeup is stellar. It looks amazing. It's a collection of like great scenes in just again, a script that really needed a little more work. I love the scene where she's in the waiting room with her teacher and his boyfriend who's infected, and I thought that was quite powerful. It's interesting, but I can't say that this reaches anywhere close to the greatness of Titane, which also some similar style for sure. So more interesting than good, I'm sorry to say, with this one. And it sucks because this going into this year, this was one of my most anticipated movies, and it did kind of leave me wanting a little bit. Melissa Boros, who was 19 at the time when she made this, which I figured, because this would have been really tough for a younger, she looks younger, but it would have been tough for a younger actress to play some of the stuff in this movie. She's great. I like it still, in spite of how flawed it is, but man, it's a miss for this director. Yeah. Todd, you have anything else to say? Because then we can rate it.
I was surprised I liked it more than you. I'm not going to argue about the inconsistencies in the script, but I just enjoyed the ride.
You like a grief horror movie more than me.
I know. Well, that makes sense then.
No, it doesn't, because you usually fucking hate all of
Well,
these.
no, if you don't like it, then depends what
Well,
it is.
I did like it. I want to clarify. It's just my rating's going to be a lot less than it normally would be. Because this, yeah. So, well, what do you rate it, Todd?
I'm a 3.5. I really had. I mean, it's no Titane, but that's again masterpiece. But I think I went in with my bar at the raw level and got somewhere in between, and it was happy.
Okay, well, this would be third place for me. We're actually the same rating, but yeah, 3.5. You definitely surprised me with this, though, Todd, because
once in a while.
Yeah, but still, check it out, because I do feel like this is a year where I haven't seen quite enough horror like this for me. I've seen a lot of really good popcorn horror, and that's great because that's important. But yeah, I think I'm still looking for a few more movies to just really wreck me.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this out here because we didn't do it at the top. Time, depending on the time we got, we may have a bonus little review of me finally on a movie, but we were going to talk about it at the top, but I just remembered we didn't do. So depending on our time, we'll have a little bonus thing for.
Okay, sweet. So, well,
we're good. We're good on time right now. So let's get right into our next one.
We'll get right into the next review, which is Bone Keeper from writer-director Howard J. Ford, which I'll talk about here in a minute. And this film follows 6 young friends who investigate a series of missing persons cases in a remote cave system, unaware they're being stalked by an ancient creature lurking in the depths. So, are you aware of some of the controversy with this before we get into the review?
I mean, just watching the movie, I'm not, but I'm going to guess it has to do with some AI effects.
Yes. Okay, so first and foremost, like Howard Ford, he directed with his brother, directed the Dead films, which are kind of I like those movies, but they're kind of important to me in particular because when I first started doing podcasting back in the day, that was like one of
Chris's obsessions. You just want to say it like that.
One of a Chris McGibbon obsession was the Dead, and and one of the early directors that I remember we interviewed. There were a few before him, I think, but it was very much way back in the day. I thought it was cool anytime I see his name pop up. So this does use AI effects. Now, I did watch some interviews with the director who did say that they did have an effects artist from Italy, and he did, hand-drawn, like designed a lot of this. So there is CGI. The AI, I think, as he put it, was kind of like a brush for the canvas. The AI really kind of added to the action, the motion. Obviously I don't know a lot about actually doing AI or CG.
It looked like AI is the problem.
Some of it did, but you know what? Here's the weird thing with this, because right after I watched this movie, I was thinking to myself, some of that looked better than a lower budget creature features CGI. So it's a weird place where it's like I can tell there's something. Number one, this movie's a lot more, whether you like it or not, a lot bigger in scale when it comes to some of the creature stuff than you would normally get. And it's also a telltale sign that this is probably, we're going to get a lot of this in the future. Now, my stance with AI, if you're using AI actors, fuck that. I have no interest. This movie does use real locations, props. It's not like it's just all AI. It's tough when you get to that effects side of it, where it's like you still have a guy doing the effects.
Here's the thing. AI is such a blanket term for whatever it is. Like, I mean, there's tools and then there's depending solely on it. So it's like it's a mixed bag. Like, I mean, we're not gonna be around long enough for it to make a difference. So
yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it's still, everybody, when CGI kind of became the way in the 90s, particularly by the late 90s, early 2000s, that we weren't getting a lot of the practical stuff anymore, and I completely understand that. There is no replacement for practical effects that a guy makes, in a studio with a team. You could not make this movie exactly as it stands practically. I mean, even even $100 million
and that's where it goes back and forth. I miss when effects were magic tricks, and not,
I agree,
and not computers, because now you can do anything, so nothing's earned. I mean, you just click of a mouse. Like there's no awe to the movie now. Like watching a Marvel movie, okay, none of it's real. Then going back to something from the 80s or 90s, like where something like fucking Jurassic Park even was mind blowing because it was. But I mean, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm not holding it against it on this movie.
I like this comment.
Melissa, I thought the score was annoying in this. It's very over dramatic when nothing was happening. Good point. One plus that this movie has going for it is John Rhys Davies, who always adds to a film.
But I don't think he could save it. He added to it, but
no, not necessarily. But he always kind of adds gravitas, and he never feels like he's phoning anything in. He always gives his best effort, and it's. I think the whole cave side of it is cool. I mean, I love the descent, some of the at points tremors looking things, and the creatures kind of evolve a little bit. I'm okay with this mixture of CG and AI. Like I said, it's weird because I'll see some AI that looks like fucking trash, and then I'm like, well, that's probably just about as good as if I was watching a Sci-Fi Channel original. So it's tough with this. I mean, you can see Howard Ford's love for The Thing. There's kind of a callback to An American Werewolf in London with the bar scene. It's one of these movies. Yeah, I'm conflicted because I've come down so hard on like this AI Val Kilmer movie, which I think is just gross and ridiculous. I have no desire to see that. But
yeah, that's a little different than like some of the other stuff they've used it for.
Yeah,
like just like for a character, like I know they've done it like Tron and like what's his name, Peter Cushing. But I mean, it was like a bit. It wasn't like the whole movie's like, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. But I mean, I watch it, we'll probably cover it because it is a historic thing.
That is one I will tell you, I will flat out not watch it. I don't take a stand on a lot of things. I will not watch the Val Kilmer AI movie. The actor thing is where I kind of draw my line in the sand. Effects are one thing, and JG makes a comment about the Sci-Fi Channel original comparison. Well, I like a lot of Sci-Fi Channel originals. I think a lot of those are fun, and almost nothing in those are practical. Few exceptions. So I don't know. There are some things in here that look cool. This movie's not a game changer. I don't think it's going to independently decide the future for these low budget creature features. But I do think you're going to start, mark my words, like 10 years from now, most of these types of movies are going to probably be Bone Keeper in that style, because they were able to make something much bigger in scale that you can do even with CGI for some reason. So yeah, I think the movie is solid for what it is. It's some of the other characters all kind of mostly felt disposable for me. The influencer that just goes along with them on this trek. It's like, oh, okay, she's gonna for sure die. It's not hard to predict any of that. And yeah, but it is solid if you just want a monster.
I don't think it was solid. I was bored throughout this thing. I didn't like it. Dumb decisions, dumb characters, didn't make a lick of sense. Shitty, weird looking creatures that were obviously AI.
Yeah, but again, you would also consider yourself somebody though that does enjoy the occasional Sci-Fi Channel original.
I do, and you know what? This is not that. This is trying to 100% not to be anything like that. This is a pretentious take on a fucking sci-fi movie.
So you think too big for its
and I should be nice because like I spent some time with the director. But
I was gonna say, so yeah, we don't do fake reviews here like some people.
I mean, so. I went to the premiere, we went to drinks afterwards. So
yeah. No, I still think it's a solid enough time waster. And
I do want to address this. I don't get the difference between CGI and AI. That's the thing. They're going to be so intertwined, like already. And that's the thing. Like AI is such a broad term. Like it's trained models. So yeah, that's going to just automatically work its way into that to make the workflow faster.
It's basically removing the human element, right? Because
I mean, there's still the human element. Like
in theory, if AI got good enough, it could probably, again, we're not nowhere near there, but in theory, at some point, it could perhaps make it look like it was something made in 1983 and totally practical. You know,
possible. Yeah, I mean, if it gets that good, that is possible. And they're kind of CGI just all done by hand, but like even now, like the tools I use on like Photoshop and Premiere Pro, like even like the fucking fades and the effects now are AI powered. So it's like I can't get away from it. Like even if I was like, oh, I can't, half my editing software has it built in, half of Photoshop has it built in. Now the cloning something out of there is gone. Like, but if you notice when I do use AI, I use it sparingly and it's to enhance what I'm already doing. Like when I do a wrestling fire, I'm not dropping AI flyers that look like garbage. I'll put a little bit in here and there or use it as a base, but
the fear is that it just completely removes the human element. It takes all of those jobs away, which, you know, I mean, realistically, I mean, industries do get wiped out over time, as sad as that is. But yeah, I don't know. There's the artistry that's still important to me in movies. This, you know, look, this had effects people on it that got paid. So in this case, I don't really feel icky even saying anything nice about it. Not gonna change your world if you decide to see this or not see this. I'm 2.5 stars. It was entertaining enough for me. It's always great to see John Rhys Davies, but yeah, I just thought that was an interesting side discussion because I couldn't even do a full breakdown. Like, yeah, there's some parts where I'm like, yeah, that's AI, that's not CG, but it's going to get more and more that we can't tell.
All right, I'm 1.5 on the yeah, so we can just move on.
All right, that's Bone Keeper and our little side rant on that. Give me 1 second here as I grab my notes for the next movie. This one I'm really kind of curious to get your take on, and that is Ted Bunny from director Michael Fredianelli. Yes, you heard that right. Ted Bunny, not Bundy. In this film, filmmaker Sasha finds Catherine, who claims to be a Ted Bundy victim. At Catherine's remote farmhouse, Sasha's crew uncovers horrific secrets. Her crew is killed with no evidence left. Sasha and a rogue cop hunt the unleashed terror. What a weird fucking movie. As you would expect it would be from the title. This is weird in the sense that it's almost like 2 movies in one, because the Ted Bundy stuff, because we start in I believe it was 1975. The Ted Bundy stuff's actually really good. Like the actor that they had playing Ted Bundy, Brian Palacios, I could have followed him for 90 minutes in a traditional Ted Bundy movie. Dee Wallace is acting like she's going for an Academy Award, as she always does. Like she's another one, much like John Rhys Davies. She doesn't phone it in. So she's like recalling this assault that she suffered from Ted, and all of that. Like I'm like, this is surprisingly good for for this like really weird concept, which is also now a universe, because Jeffrey Dahmer is next. So you are going to get more in this serial killer universe. Super uneven. Like I said, the actual slasher bits are solid. I mean, going back to CG, I mean, most of this was like CG light. It was a little bit more on the practical side, which I have actually been noticing a little bit more.
Oh no, we've the pendulum swung back.
Yeah, so you get a couple nothing insane, nothing Terrifier level, but there's a gnarly curb stomp and disemboweling. There's enough there to keep the slasher fans occupied. With something like this, it's like, yeah, I kind of went in expecting dumb, goofy fun, and I got a different kind of dumb, because the script is really bad. This cop, like the worst fucking cop in the world. Like I won't give spoilers, but this cop that kind of believes her and goes on this quest for no fucking reason. It's so does not there are scenes where he just does stuff that is like, how did you ever become a cop? Like, yes, right. Let's let the crazy person just go and get a glass of water and leave the room that you just busted doing this horrible shit. Like, it is unbearably dumb, and that's the part that I don't think is supposed to be dumb. There is let's just say, if you're a wrestling fan and when Kane's mask came off, let's just say there was this will give you that same feeling of disappointment, because are you fucking kidding me? The way they built that up. And then that's but it will have you laughing your fucking ass off for the wrong reasons. But yeah, what did you think of this one, Todd? Because this movie was just all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it was. Is it great? No, it's unfortunate Pugs isn't able to join us tonight, because he was the one super excited for this universe, and he hasn't got a chance to see it. Fun fact: the Ted Bundy font is the same font for UEW. I know, because of the little handprint on the D. Oh, yeah. But living hell, if anyone's curious.
Kruger versus Ted Bundy. It's gonna happen.
We're still working on Dolly. But yeah, I had fun with this, but I agree, it's not for the right reasons. I think. I mean, some of it is, some of it's not. It's uneven. Is it good?
It's watchable. Like I didn't have a bad time watching this. There's some decisions, like from Dee Wallace's character, considering where she started, and then it's just like some of the shit that she's doing, with the basement stuff and everything. I'm like, it is kind of fucked up. Like there was a point when I was watching this and thinking, like, this is more fucked up than I would have expected. It's better than your typical, like, particularly not counting the theatrical stuff, like ITN, Scott Jeffries produced production, where it maybe takes itself way too seriously and it's just got nothing going for it in terms of the slasher elements. This does have its moments, but wow, it's a very I don't know, it's weird enough that if you watch a lot of B movies, it's probably worth watching, but my god, are you gonna spit out your fucking popcorn when we get our unveiling because I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I mean, I could compare him to. I'll pause there. Will I watch Jeffrey Dahmer? Hell yeah, I will, because I can guarantee you we're gonna review that too. But I don't know. Like, this is another weird movie. Like, if somebody asks me, do I like it? I'm like, kind of, sort of. Maybe not. I don't.
I mean, I had fun with it overall. Is it a good movie? No, but I mean, half of it. There's half. I like half of it, and I'm looking forward to see what they do next. But it is what it is.
Maybe more time with Ted Bundy, because that part was actually very good.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm putting it directly in the middle at a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm 2.5 as well. But if you watch a lot of these movies, I can promise you this is probably going to be better than a lot. So, yeah.
All right.
Are we on our main event now? Well, our official main event.
No, we're on our final movie. It's
yes,
not the main event.
Okay. All right. So, another one. I have no idea with you. You've been surprising me today, Todd, with some of your opinions.
I'll just say right at the back, I really like this one. But I tend to like the A24 non-horror stuff. I'm a lot easier on that than the standard.
Okay.
And I think this one has a.
Let me do the synopsis.
Oh, first. Yeah. Sorry. There you go.
All right. So from writer-director David Lowery, we have Mother Mary. And in this film, long-buried wounds rise to the surface when iconic pop star Mother Mary reunites with her estranged best friend and former costume designer Sam Anselm on the eve of her comeback performance. Okay. Well, you were saying, Todd.
Right. Well, no, that was it. I mean, so what were your thoughts?
Okay, so this director, he did, of course, Green Knight. I think the first thing I saw that he directed was Ain't Them Bodies Saints from back in the day. He also did A Ghost Story, the Pete's Dragon remake, Old Man and the Gun. His movies are always interesting. It can be... yeah, they're always like well made. I think intentionally what he intended them to be, but they don't always click for people. I like A Ghost Story a lot. I mean, there's a scene in there where a girl fucking eats just an entire cake like on screen in real time because she's grieving. And I remember when I saw A Ghost Story in the theater, and I remember like 7 or 8 people walking out.
I still haven't seen it.
Okay, well, you might have to now if this clicked for you, but this has a really good cast. Anne Hathaway, who plays Mother Mary, who also sang the songs, which so there's music in here written by FKA Twigs and Charlie XCX. Anne Hathaway
favorites.
I'll be honest, I kind of like some of the music. I actually, for some modern stuff, I kind of like it. I've heard
I mean, I wouldn't listen to it, but it didn't make my ears hurt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like nowadays. And FKA Twigs is also one of the actresses in here. She plays a medium. We have Hunter Schafer as Hilda, the assistant to Sam, who I should have led with, was played by Michaela Cole. And this movie, much like A Ghost Story, I mean, do you want... I guess you could call it a ghost story, possession story of sorts.
I don't even know what, like, I see why it's not like listed as horror in most places now, and why.
Yeah, I think if you're going in expecting an out and out horror movie, when a lot of this is there's a lot of like lesbian overtones, but it never fully kind of goes there. It's just basically this is a pop star who just exploded and left her costume, her, how do you put that, costume designer, on, basically cut them from the creative team and just rose to this insane fame. And it's them essentially. She's lost her sense of self. She's looking to reclaim her humanity that she lost through this insane stardom. And Sam is the only person who saw her true self, is essentially what this movie is about. And it is in many ways kind of a ghost story with the red fabric and what that means.
Literally says on the poster, this is not a ghost story.
Yeah, and yet it still kind of is. It's a great double also with another. There is a haunted dress movie called In Fabric, which I like. Insanely weird. Also,
you know what this would make a good double with? Phantom Thread.
No, for sure.
Fuck Phantom Thread.
I did like this. I was like very locked into this, but yet I can also see other people watching it and thinking it's pretentious crap. It's just
a little bit of that too, but I did enjoy it. I mean, pretentious part. It's definitely it is.
But there is a point to it, and it is a movie you have to think about. And my God, Michaela Cole is fantastic in this. I mean, Anne Hathaway is really good, but Michaela Cole, what an actress. I mean, she was amazing.
She's going to have 2 totally different movies out next week. She's going to have this and Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, you mean Anne Hathaway? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Devil Wears Prada is going to make a lot more money, I think, than Mother Mary.
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's another head-to-head because it's also Michael and Paris Jackson's in that Reza movie. So they'll be
say that again.
The Michael movie, and his daughter Paris Jackson is in that Reza movie, so they'll be in theaters at the same time.
Oh, I always say RZA. Yeah, sorry.
Well, his name's Reza.
Reza, I know, but it's hard to catch.
I know you whited up. I get it.
I know, Todd.
He was around when Tupac was around. Did that help?
There you go. But yeah, no, every frame of this movie just feels like you're like just looking at a fucking piece of art. It's Ben, the concert scenes weren't all that impressive. The song she didn't want to reveal wasn't all that great. I don't know. It's weird because I don't like a lot of modern music in general, and I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to that, but I kind of liked a lot of the music in this. Like, I get it. You sold me on her being this giant sort of, I don't know who you would compare it to exactly, but
White Beyonce.
I don't know, that she didn't sound like Lady Gaga kind of.
I was just going by her outfits. But whatever. I don't know any of that. Yeah, I don't listen to any of that music. So so we need Pugs here. He knows all that stuff.
but yeah, man, I really did enjoy this. It's going to be an issue for a lot of people that are going to be going in expecting a full-on horror movie, which it has some elements of, but it's not scary. There's going to be other people who I don't know, looking for more of a straight musical or something, and it's not.
They'll see the A24 logo and understand they're going to be watching something pretentious, which is fine because everything on that label, it's going to fall in pretentious. But minus bodies, of course. Sorry, Dan. But
bodies is a piece of fucking shit. So there. Well,
I agree to disagree, but that's your weird Pete Davidson thing. But like I said, like if you see it's an A24 film, it is. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like Ben said, still really liked it. Visually fantastic. I think it is. And will I watch it again? I
think the relationship between the two characters for me was really fascinating. You could see the pain, you could see the I've been in situations too where I don't want to say I made somebody or like that, but I have been in situations where I've really set something up and have gotten completely fucked over. So I can understand where this character is. And yeah, it really worked. I wish Hunter Schafer had a little bit more to do. I know
she's barely in it.
Yeah, she's kind of a bit of a nothing role. She's going to be in the new Blade Runner miniseries, though, which I'm really curious about. Yeah, I give this one 4.5 stars. I loved it.
All right. I'm a 4. It's solid. I'm not. I'm surprised.
Wasn't expecting you to kind of enjoy this in alpha. I thought the whole thing was going to be a shitting.
Well, I'm trying to do this fast so we can move this on. So we've rated it. It's done. We got 10 more minutes where we got to get out of here. So I saw a movie that I've always disliked in theaters yesterday. So we thought we'd talk about it. Dan, what did I go see last night?
So you saw Fight Club, which I've always loved. I was blown away in theaters. I've still very much loved that movie. I think I watched it a few years ago the last time. So I'm not going to review it here, but I'm curious to just get your...
All right. Well, I kind of figured out why I've always hated it too. Like rewatching it, I will say this is 100% like the first time I watched it, because I must have watched it drinking, because I don't have any remembrance of it. Like I didn't remember any. I mean, I knew, he was. Am I okay? Spoilers on this one now? I don't even know.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, if you don't want Fight Club spoiled, bounce. I mean, it's 20.
Like I knew what the twist was going in, so that was fine. But I figured out what my issue was, and I don't want to name names, but I'll just say it like this. I think it was all the bros' unhealthy obsession with this movie that made me just dislike it out of the gate. There's a certain type of guy.
Fair reason.
I didn't say it was a fair reason, but I think that that had a lot to do with it. Just, there's this type who just fucking, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. It was a lot of that. There was a certain type of man that just would not shut the fuck up about Fight Club, which turned me off to it, I think.
Well, at that time, you had Fight Club posters, you had Boondock Saint posters, you also had Pulp Fiction posters, but all of those are great movies. Like it was one of 3 or 4 posters.
I get it, but I saw Pulp Fiction before it was even out, so I got in there before it became annoying. Didn't happen with Fight Club. I didn't see Fight Club till VHS, so that if I would have saw it in theaters day one, maybe I would have been okay, but I didn't. I got all those fucking annoying people like just sucking this movie off.
But you said you watched it drunk. That's not the.
Oh, I mean, no, I can't tell you. I mean, that's when we used to drink and watch movies. So,
yeah.
And yeah, I
you know what I think part of it is, JG, I have still never seen Fight Club. I hear it's a satire. Well, you should watch it. And yeah, certainly it's satirical.
And I think that's the part that I knew that they all missed it.
And well, for sure that's there. I mean, it's also
but I'm saying there's a certain type of people that take it at face value, and it was the whole thing. But I think that's the whole reason, and it's like kind of like put off me wanting to rewatch it.
You know what? One thing that I think also blew it up too is, you had, it's one of those movies that if it didn't have Brad Pitt attached to it, a lot of normies wouldn't have watched. And he brought in all the normies in 99 or was it 99? Yeah, 99.
My wife
top of his fame.
My wife even watched it, but that was Jared Leto. So it's
I've
or Jared Castellano, whatever.
I've dated girls who will always bring that one up, and that like only watch like just the mainstream fluff, and it's like but they did see that, so it's like this monumental mind blowing experience for them. But I do think it is a fantastic film. So it's just a fantastic film that did really well.
No, I think and now I get why it's so beloved. Yeah, it was a great film.
Yeah, Ed Norton at that time, I mean, my God, I mean, Fight Club, American History X, I mean, he was just churning out just banger after banger. Yeah. So JG should definitely watch Fight Club, and Todd, I'm glad you finally kind of turned around on it.
I didn't even mention last Friday. I'm sure some of you guys went out there. Seeing Evil Dead on the big screen was a fun experience. And then Friday I got Cabin Fever. So I mean, not in the same thing. If I would have went back to Orange, I could have seen it in the same theater I saw it originally, but I'm gonna get my normal one. But yeah, no, because I saw that originally at the Orange Theater, still around. So
well, that's awesome. So guys, we're gonna be live on Patreon here in about 10 minutes exactly from this time. And we're gonna be talking the Michael movie and probably Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I got my notes are extensive on this one, so
I don't have super extensive notes, but
it's going to be a lot of me talking and Dan daydreaming, waiting to talk.
Oh, I've got plenty to say, Todd. Don't you worry. So yeah,
about the movie, not just about the other stuff.
Well, we both have. Well, about the movie too. Yeah, I watched the movie. But yeah, I think we do have opposite opinions of Michael Jackson. But
oh, it's all right. I have everything to dissuade everything too.
So yes, hop on over there in 10 minutes. And once again, fleshwoundfeatures.com or patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures rather. It all starts at just $1. And that is fucking creepy.
It'll get worse.
Ooh, damn. Just chilling. You've got like so much horrific shit in your man cave, and that might be the most horrific thing I think that you have. There are stickers on your trash can that are absolutely awful.
Not even close, but all right.
All right, guys. We'll see you over on Patreon. And yep. Goodbye for now.
All right. Money's on the dresser.